Hi, my name is Mark Hundley, and this is Live at 5 for a Friday afternoon. Coming to you today from Memphis, Texas, which is my little hometown. It's a small Panhandle, West Texas town. I'm in the southeast corner of the Panhandle on Highway 287 between Dallas and Amarillo, and then places beyond New Mexico, Colorado. Lots of folks travel 287 going back and forth between the Metroplex and New Mexico, Colorado. And sometimes Memphis is one of those places that if you blink your eyes, you'll miss it. But I just had a wild hair idea. I had a bald-headed moment idea. And I thought I'd share a couple of things with you. If you love onion rings and burgers, there's a place in Memphis, Texas called the Rock Inn, and they have some of the best in the world. I had a batch of onion rings for lunch, so if you would, stop by there if you're hungry, traveling back and forth between Colorado, New Mexico, and the Metroplex. And then if you like to shop at unique places, there's a great little place called Morgan Jane's. It's a cute little boutique, has all kinds of cool things in it. So it'd be a nice time to get out, stretch your legs, grab something to eat, and buy something from some cool folks. This is the second of 3 days that I'll be sharing videos with you from Memphis, Texas. We'll be headed back next Tuesday, but I'll be here Monday afternoon as well. This being a Friday, it's the last one of the week. And I didn't share with you, except maybe last night, kind of talked a little bit about what I might be sharing with you today. The title of today's video is Profound Sacred Conversations. Profound Sacred Conversations. Vanessa and I are therapists. We're licensed professional counselors, and we're also supervisors. So as a supervisor, that allows us to work with counselors who are licensed in a temporary fashion, moving toward their full licensure as therapists. And they have to have 3,000 hours in the state of Texas, 3,000 hours of counseling experience under supervision. So we have the privilege and honor of working with interns. That's what the license calls them now, licensed professional counselor interns, although they're master degreed and highly skilled in many ways. And we have individual sessions and we have group sessions. And probably within the last 3 or 4 months, in one of our group sessions, we were talking about the nature of the therapeutic relationship. We were talking about the nature of what takes place in counseling and therapy and what the dynamics are. And this 3-word description came up, and it's stuck in my heart and my brain in such a way that I've been ruminating on it for the last several months. That the therapeutic relationship, sitting down with a therapist, with a counselor, one-on-one, or even in a marital situation, is an opportunity to participate in a profound, sacred conversation. The possibility of the profound always exists in any conversation, particularly one that is surrounded by the parameters of safety and security that are found in the therapeutic relationship. The sacred part is that in that relationship, that one-on-one time, that client, as the therapist has earned and learned how to build trust with that client has the ability to bare his or her soul, to talk about things with that therapist that they may never have spoken about with anyone else, and explore things that they're afraid to share openly. So there's an awe in that conversation, because it's sacred ground where people share back and forth one with another about the complexities and the struggles and the challenges of life. And it is a conversation. It's not one where the therapist on this end has all this expertise. I learn more by listening to and asking questions of my clients than perhaps they do from me. I learn more from them because I'm able to absorb what it is that they share from the very center of their soul. And I've been thinking about the need for profound, sacred conversations to expand. Guys, I really honestly believe that every single one of us has the ability to participate in a profound, sacred conversation at least once a day, if we will just learn how to do that. I honestly believe that we have so many people in today's world who are throwing words at one another, talking at one another, yelling and screaming and spitting and spewing and being wrapped up in the anger and the confusion and the chaos of the world and the challenges and the fears and and the concerns that we have, that we fail to recognize that we have the ability to create an atmosphere that allows us to converse in a meaningful, empathic, caring, self-sufficient, self-revealing kind of way. We don't have to all be therapists. We don't all have to enter into any conversation we have as if we are going to be a therapist. But one of the things I've discovered through the years of working particularly with couples, if I can work with a couple and teach them how to ask good questions, how to listen empathically, how to reflect accurately, and how to be able to support and validate the feelings and the thoughts of the person with whom they're talking, it makes a tremendous difference in the ability of that marital relationship to move forward in positive ways. Wouldn't it be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting if we all learned to ask better questions? If we all learned to listen just a little bit better, if we listened with empathy? Because truly, I really believe that all of us at the very core of who we are have a desire, a deep desire, to feel heard and understood. Now, be agreed with would be great too, wouldn't it? If everybody agreed with everything that I said, that would be wonderful. But more than anything, I want to be heard and understood. I want my fears and my concerns and my dreams and my hopes and my challenges to be heard. I want to be understood and connected with another human being. And then if I'm able to feel that from them, I want to extend that to that other person. So you have two people in a profound sacred conversation who are asking good questions, listening with empathy, reflecting with accuracy, and creating a sympathetic and understanding bond that helps to create more openness about what to do. We need more of that. We need more of that between spouses and partners. We need it between parents and children. We need it between friends. We need it between blacks and whites and whites and browns and blacks. We need it between every single group. We need it between our politicians. We need it between our civic leaders. We need it with our law enforcement folks. We need it with our teachers, our administrators. We need this kind of conversation with everybody around. And I think part of the reason we fail to do that is because we get locked into predictable, safe, and secure methods of communication that actually lead us down paths of shutting things down rather than opening things up. So here's my challenge. I would like to ask you to do some research on asking good questions. How do I ask a good question? What makes a good question? How do I listen with empathy? What does that look like and sound like? What are the things that I have to do? How can I reflect with accuracy? What skills are inherent in reflecting with accuracy? And how can I reach out and then build on that so that we're creating the opportunity to have every conversation a profound, sacred conversation. I promise you, if you'll think on that, if you'll let it settle down into your soul, if you'll let it swim around in your brain, you'll begin to think differently about what conversations tend to be challenging, and those people that you tend to avoid, perhaps you need to hear their story. Perhaps you need to know what's behind who they are. Perhaps you would like to have other people know what's behind who you are. And one of the ways to do that is to have a profound, sacred conversation. Hey, I would welcome any thoughts, any questions about that particular 3 words that I just shared with you. I'm still working on sharpening that focus a little bit, so you might hear some more about that again. Anyway, I want you to have a great weekend. This is Friday. Have a great night somewhere doing something that's relaxing. We're going to look at some more stars tonight. Looking at the stars is pretty cool. We're going to have a good time tomorrow, working with friends and working around the house and just relaxing. I hope to see you Monday afternoon for another Live at 5. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Peace.